So there's a combination of when one is able to crucify and experience an ego death and is left with this resurrection or these new neural synapses or um, ways of thinking, perspective shifts. This is how we are transcending from just fear, survival, body, and then the crucifying into this transition of a broader way to see the world, of a more union way of seeing the world, of how we're more similar than not. This is because we have allowed our likes and dislikes and our barriers to be released, and through rewiring of the brain and getting out of the midbrain, which is just for survival, and really coming into a conscious choice with a regulated nervous system, of seeing calm and possibility and potential everywhere, because we're not under the guise of death constantly. So once we're there, we also step into the Mary Magdalene mirror, which is the Sophia, the sacred feminine, divine feminine, which is the ability to reflect back this union, this light within everyone and everything that we come into contact with now, because we ourselves have stepped into the Christ consciousness, which is without the illusion of separation. So we go through a crucifixion of old self, ego death, into the Christ consciousness, where we understand that we can see all possibility at once, because we're no longer impeding our own potential through the past, um, or future prejudice. And once we're in this state, which is in the heart and a regulated nervous system of seeing all potential, this is also how our Creator sees us, because our Creator is responsible for time and space but does not live within its context. So, because this is so, our Creator can also see all potentials at once, and therefore only love is present, because fear is simply an inability to see all potential. It is a limited potential and a negative polarity that's only felt due to prejudice and lessons learned from past or worry about future. So in Creator's energy, we only are loved and are experiencing love. This is also possible consciously when we go through an ego death and remove our separations, likes, dislikes, survival mentality, and rewire the brain through cognitive behavioral therapy and regulating the nervous system. So we are also like Creator in the way that we see each other and the world, with all of the potential possible, coming from a place of selection in our quantum field, not a narrowed, pressured place that is fear-based, and therefore eliminating the calm of eternity that's in the now, that's really in the ever timeless now. And then we are instantly mirrors that show other people themselves without distortion, because we're not separating ourselves while doing it. We're simply there. We offer their worlds that to be shown back to them, and to see their own brilliance, but also how they also can be their own villain and their own heartbreak. So this is the Sophia that gets activated, the Mary Magdalene mirror ability, that is that companionship with the Christ consciousness frequency. And these are happening simultaneously at once, because this is again part of the choice that we get to inhabit and live when we are coming from a regulated nervous system, when our antenna is coming from a place of true choice and not fear and only survival as options to conduct ourselves and experience others through. And as a result, when we're doing that, we provide the safety and space and the lack of distortion for others to also experience that calm and that choice and that safety. And they feel seen as a result, because they truly are able to just see themselves in what we're mirroring to them back, as opposed to being translated through another prejudice and other judgments and this idea of more separation.